Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, record-breaking heat, a major transit strike, and Bill Belichick joined us live. Tornado outbreak overnight. 11 reported twisters tearing through 4 states. Students watching a tornado touch down from their school bus window. Extensive damage in Wisconsin. Homes shredded, roofs ripped right off, silos collapsing, barns torn apart. Soldier Field evacuated ahead of Beyonce's concert. This morning, more than 70 million Americans in the storm zone right now. Ginger and our team are tracking it all.
Breaking overnight. One of the largest train systems in the nation paralyzed, impacting more than 350,000 commuters. Train engineers walked off the job at midnight in the tri-state area after 15 hours of negotiations. What it all comes down to and what it means for your morning commute right now.
President Trump wrapping up his visit to the Middle East, announcing business deals to bolster ties with wealthy Arab nations and raising questions about the Trump organization's growing ties with those nations.
Cassie back on the stand. The final day of cross-examination in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. His lawyers share some of Cassie's messages to Combs. Now, who could testify next?
Bill Belichick one-on-one. The Super Bowl champion and NFL coaching legend has been in the headlines, and now he's here live to talk all about it, including his playbook for life and going back to school, only on GMA this morning.
Medical breakthrough. Meet baby KJ. Diagnosed with a rare disorder at just 1 week old. Now he's the first child ever saved by a highly personalized genetic treatment. Dr. Narula breaks down how it works and how it has the potential to help countless others.
We also have 2 big stories as we come on the air.
Yeah, George, including one of the largest train systems in the nation at a standstill this morning after workers walked off the job at midnight. More than 350,000 commuters impacted this morning, and Geo is standing by with the latest.
But we begin with the tornado outbreak overnight. 11 reported twisters tore through the 4 states, and the threat is not over. Ginger standing by with what we can expect as we head into the weekend. But first, Alex Perez starts us off at Soldier Field in Chicago, where the stadium had to evacuate overnight. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Yeah, that powerful storm rolled into the region, creating some major problems along the way. Thousands of fans who had gathered here for the Beyonce concert were forced to evacuate and take shelter for hours.
Oh, my God.
Tornadoes tearing across Wisconsin.
I can see it swirling around. And then that's when I run inside and get in the basement.
Children spotting one from their school bus window. In Juneau, drone images capturing the magnitude of the damage. Homes shredded, roofs ripped right off. You can see right into the interior of what is left of those homes. The damage extensive. Downed power lines littering roads. Firemen searching for anyone who may be trapped. And just 10 miles from Juneau, mayhem in the town of Mayville. Damage to the power grid is so extensive, the power could be out for days.
The lights started flickering and the power cut out.
The mayor declaring a state of emergency. In Chicago, fans attending Beyonce's Cowboy Carter concert at Soldier Field were evacuated. Running for cover as storms pounded the area, water rushing downstairs. But the show going on, Beyonce taking the stage 2 hours later.
And thankfully, at this point, there are no reports of any serious injuries. That storm now headed east. Rebecca?
Well, thank goodness that there are no reported injuries. Alex, thanks for your reporting. And the threat is on the move this morning. Ginger, you've got the track and the timing. Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you, too. It's on the move and it's intensifying. So yesterday, those pictures you just saw, that was level 3 out of 5. Today, we got 4 out of 5. I'm going to show you the region that's going to have it. It's actually starting us out this morning. Severe thunderstorm watch as you wake up in parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Missouri, southern Illinois and Indiana, too. So those severe thunderstorm warnings are the ones where you've got damaging winds happening as we speak. This is going to clear out, and then we're going to see some sunshine take over. Don't let that deceive you. That is fuel for the future thunderstorms that will pop up this afternoon. You see in the boot of Missouri, we don't like seeing this. Those individual cells, they can twist, and they can make big tornadoes. We're talking long track tornadoes possible. Right there, that was 5 p.m. Now we're at 9 p.m. Cincinnati's getting blasted through Kentucky, back to Memphis, Nashville 9, 10 p.m., and then it moves east. So high-end long track tornadoes tornadoes possible anywhere from St. Louis to Paducah, Louisville, Cincinnati, Lexington, and then eventually Nashville, Memphis, Beckley, all the way over to the east. Going to get into it later tonight. So this is just today's. There's a whole slew of storms coming for the weekend.
All right. Okay, Ginger, thank you. We're going to turn now to the transit strike overnight that has paralyzed one of the largest train systems in the nation, impacting about 350,000 commuters. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is in Newark, New Jersey. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, George, good morning. Yeah, these engineers have been out here picketing since midnight. Now, this is a major issue because we're talking about this huge train system in and out of New York that now has been brought to a standstill.
This morning, no deal. New Jersey train engineers on strike, 450 union members walking off the job at midnight. GMA talking to the chairman of their union overnight.
I certainly think it could have been avoided had New Jersey Transit, put on the table a fair and reasonable wage for their locomotive engineers.
Disrupting the third largest train system in the nation and the lives of more than 350,000 commuters.
It's a mess, but hopefully it ends soon and we can move forward from this.
It's time to pay the train crew.
It all comes down to pay. The union saying their members are the lowest paid of any major passenger railroad in the country.
New Jersey Transit's engineers are upwards of 20% behind the locomotive engineers at other railroads.
The strike suspending all New Jersey Transit rail service. The Transit Authority adding very limited capacity to existing commuter bus routes into New York that are close to rail stations. But they estimate only 20% of rail customers can be accommodated on buses, making bad traffic even worse.
We're going to ask for your patience. And if you're able to work from home, we really would ask you to do that.
But after Thursday's 15 hours of negotiations between New Jersey Transit and union members from the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen, there's still work to be done.
Enough is enough, and New Jersey Transit needs to come back to the table and offer the locomotive engineers a fair and reasonable wage that addresses the wage gap.
So we told you here that the big issue is about pay. The union says that the annual average salary is $115,000 a year. They want that brought up to $170,000 a year. You're hearing all of the support here. These are buses that are going by. They are honking their horns here for these engineers. But the state says that if they do that for this union, they're going to have to do that for other unions, and that, they say, would bankrupt New Jersey Transit. George.
Okay, Gio, we're going to go overseas now to President Trump, wrapping up his 4-day trip to the Middle East, heading home this morning after his final stop in the United Arab Emirates. Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce has been traveling with the president. Good morning, Mary.
Hey, George, good morning. Well, it has been a whirlwind 4 days for the president, a trip that has blurred the lines between diplomacy and personal financial interests. The president now heading home on Air Force One, touting billions of dollars in new investments. This morning, President Trump wrapping up his visit to the Middle East. 4 days, 3 countries aimed at boosting business ties in wealthy Arab states, a region where his own family also has major financial interests. His final stop, the United Arab Emirates, the White House claiming $200 billion in deals and partnerships between the two nations, including a planned data center powered in part by American-made chips.
We are going to be your friend and we're going to be your partner.
The UAE announcing plans to invest $4 billion to develop an aluminum smelter project in Oklahoma.
They're going to be spending a tremendous amount of money in one of my favorite places, Oklahoma.
The president also touting efforts to end the war in Ukraine after urging Ukrainian President Zelensky and Russian President Putin to meet in Turkey today. Zelensky agreed, but Putin refused, both countries instead sending representatives. But Trump is tamping down expectations for any potential progress, saying no deal is likely until he meets with Putin himself.
I think it's time for us to just do it.
When do you think you'll meet the president?
As soon as we can set it up.
The UAE, like all the countries visited this week, has growing ties to the Trump Organization, now run by the president's sons. The Trump cryptocurrency business recently announcing a deal including a $2 billion contribution from an affiliate of the UAE. And last month, Eric Trump inking plans for an exclusive Trump golf resort in Qatar. The president now heading back to the U.S. amid growing concern over his willingness to accept a $400 million luxury jet as a gift from the Qatari royal family to serve as Air Force One before being transferred to his presidential library.
I've been doing this for 4 days. I leave now and get onto a 42-year-old Boeing.
Now, the deal for this jet isn't done yet, but the president is facing increasing political pressure back home. Even some top Republicans say this deal needs to be closely scrutinized for security and legal concerns. Michael.
All right, Mary, thank you so much for bringing us that. And now to the Supreme Court, where the justices heard arguments about President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship. Federal judges in the lower courts have blocked the order from going into effect. Our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott, is at the Supreme Court. Good morning, Rachel.
Michael, good morning to you. And that is exactly what this case boils down to, whether those lower courts can issue nationwide injunctions to block the president's executive order to end birthright citizenship. This is a case that has big implications, and the Supreme Court justices appear divided over that central question. This morning, the Supreme Court appears conflicted over President Trump's controversial executive order to end the right to birthright citizenship, something he promised on the campaign trail.
It's just absolutely ridiculous, but we'll see. We have very good grounds.
It's a right guaranteed by the Constitution's 14th Amendment for more than 150 years. Federal judges in 3 states have ruled the ban is unconstitutional, issuing nationwide injunctions blocking it from going into effect anywhere in the country. The administration insisting those judges should not have such broad authority.
We have the government racing from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, having to sort of clear the table in order to implement a new policy.
That argument appearing to resonate with Justice Samuel Alito.
The practical problem is that there are 680 district court judges, and they are dedicated and they are scholarly, and I'm not impugning their motives in any way, but sometimes they're wrong.
But Justice Sonia Sotomayor noting the Supreme Court has repeatedly reaffirmed the right to citizenship for all children born in the country, warning the ban could lead to a patchwork system.
So 23 states are going to have babies who were born somewhere else without a birth certificate that you're now, if they move into your state, going to have to do checking on.
And when pressed by Justice Brett Kavanaugh, the lawyer for the Justice Department, conceding the administration hasn't fully figured out how the ban would work.
On the day after it goes into effect, this is just a very practical question how this is going to work. What do hospitals do with a newborn? What do states do with a newborn?
I don't think they do anything different. What the executive order says in Section 2 is that federal officials do not accept documents that have the wrong designation of citizenship from people who are subject to the executive order.
How are they going to know that?
The states can continue to, the federal officials will have to figure that out.
How?
So a decision in this case is expected in June. Now, the justices did appear skeptical over the president's executive order to end birthright citizenship, but the administration did not ask them to take up that larger issue for now. Rebecca.
All right, Rachel, thank you. We're going to turn now to the Sean Diddy Combs trial. The prosecution's star witness is expected back on the stand this morning. Chief investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is at the court. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Rebecca. There has never been testimony in federal court quite like what we've heard this first week of the Sean Combs trial. It has been graphic and disturbing and painful, and Cassie Ventura hopes to finish with hers by the end of the day. This morning, Cassie Ventura nears the end of cross-examination by lawyers for her ex-boyfriend, Sean Combs. His attorneys confronting her with dozens of her own text messages, many explicit, hoping to convince the jury she met his sexual demands by consent, not coercion. "I'm always ready to freak off," one message said. Ventura said she was trying to escape one of those alleged drug-fueled sex performances in 2016 at a Los Angeles hotel when Combs was caught on security camera throwing her down and kicking her. The defense said that encounter was her idea, showing a text message from days earlier. "Baby, I want to FO so bad." "You proposed to freak off," a defense attorney said. "You kept asking him." Combs' lawyer said he overdosed on painkillers in 2012, asking Ventura, were the worst years associated in any way with his drug use? "Yeah, I would say." The defense hoping to convince the jury Combs became violent not to strong-arm Ventura into sex, but because he was an addict. Ventura admitted to being jealous of Combs' relationship with the late Kim Porter, mother of his 3 children. Combs dedicated his 2022 BET Lifetime Achievement performance to her.
I just miss Kim, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I know we all go through grief, but I miss Kim so much.
But Combs could be jealous too. Ventura said his reaction was a little scary when he found out she was dating actor Michael B. Jordan. Outside court, Ventura's attorneys upbeat.
Doing great. I said she was ready, and I think she's demonstrating that. The facts are the facts, the texts are the texts, and I think that the evidence will be clear as the case goes on and Cassie's testimony goes on, and we'll see what the jury does.
The next witness called here could be Don Richard, a member of Diddy's Danity Kane. And guys, the defendant himself, Sean Combs, has been an active listener in court, scribbling notes to his attorneys. He faces the prospect of decades in prison if convicted. George?
Okay, Aaron, thanks very much. We're going to switch gears right now for what could be my favorite part of the morning. Sam Champion covering the NBA playoffs.
Yeah. George,
Can we ask you questions?
please do, Michael, if you'll submit them in advance. So you said sports, I came a-running. That's sports right there. You know, there's nothing more exciting than a Game 7. I always say that, usually early in the morning. We're getting one with Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Denver pushing this series to the limit with a big win at home last night, powered by superstar Nikola Jokic. He had a huge game with 29 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. Michael, that's when you help someone else out on the court, including this beautiful, guys, no-look pass.
Wow.
See? Jamal Murray fought through. He woke up not feeling so well in the morning, but he fought through that illness, scored 25 points to help his team stay alive. Game 7 is Sunday in Oklahoma City with the Minnesota Timberwolves standing by to play the winner. Any questions?
Yeah,
No.
That was
great.
very good.
Great. That was awesome.
Very good.
Hey, Michael.
He did great.
Did I do okay?
I'm impressed. I'm speechless.
All right, next. Knicks in 6. You know I'm from New York. It's all about the Knicks. Oh, yeah, the Celtics are there, too. Did someone say Knicks in 6? Because Game 6 is at Madison Square Garden. Knicks fans are fired up and confident that their team will take the series tonight. They have been in the streets since Game 5 cheering. Now, if they do it, it would be the first conference finals in about 26 years. Now, so this is more than sports. This is about a city that is really supporting its team. The Celtics, though, will look to push this series to Game 7 in Boston on Monday. And I'm sorry, Boston, but it's 6 and it's tonight. That game tips off tonight at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Will you be watching?
Of course, I'll never miss the sports ball.
Okay. We're going to get you out of trouble. We're going to go to the teams, all right?
Good idea.
Coming up, Bill Belichick is here live. We'll talk about his 5 decades as a coach, the players on his team, and the relationship that has put him in the headlines.
And the amazing medical breakthrough that saved baby KJ right there, how it works, how it may be able to help so many others with rare genetic disorders.
Really promising. Also new at 7:30, the woman found alive after being missing for nearly 3 weeks in the mountains.
Words. I can read words, Michael. All right, coming up, Michael's conversation with someone we all love, Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
Good one, right?
It's very good. I love Stanley. He's the man. We'll see that later.
Welcome back to GMA. It is a Flashback Friday for you. Back to the future style. And this morning, Michael J. Fox has big news about a big return. Sam will have the details just ahead in Pop News. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
We do not. First new at 7:30, the FAA is investigating an alarming air traffic control outage near Denver, leaving pilots and tower controllers unable to communicate for nearly 90 seconds. Officials say there were no impacts to operations. This after a series of system-wide outages at Newark Liberty Airport just last month. Also, Florida has become the second state to ban fluoride from public drinking water following Utah's lead. Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill into law that goes into effect in July. Many major public health groups say drinking fluoridated water reduces tooth decay. And after going missing for nearly 3 weeks, a hiker in California Sierra Nevada mountains was found safe and sound. 27-year-old Tiffany Slayton took refuge inside a remote cabin after she got lost, stayed there until the cabin's owner found her. Searchers had been unable to reach the area because the roads were snowed in. Deputies say she was hungry and a little dehydrated, but otherwise in good shape. Michael?
All right, thank you, George. I am here now with the man who is widely considered to be the greatest football coach of all time. Bill Belichick has won 6 Super Bowls as the head coach of the New England Patriots, and he's won 2 more as the defensive coordinator of my former team, the New York Giants. Well, now he's written a book called The Art of Winning, Lessons from My Life and Football. Coach, welcome to GMA. Give it up for Coach Bill Belichick, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here. I appreciate you not wearing your rings.
Yeah, I'm not going to wear the ring. I only got 1. You got 8. I just pointed out there. And you wrote this book. We're going to talk about the book right now because it's sitting there right next to you. It's not only a playbook for the game of football. It's a playbook for the game of life. So I'm just curious, why now? Why did you decide to write this book?
Well, I had an opportunity to do it. I've thought about it, several years ago, and it just, when you're in the moment, you're in the season. It's just there is no off season. You're just running. You're on the treadmill and you're running. So last year I had a little more time to do it, and It just, you know, I was able to collect some thoughts, brought back a lot of good memories, some not so good ones, you know, of you sacking us and all that. But it was, you know, it was a great opportunity to, you know, just get some thoughts on paper and, you know, put it together. And again, it's not about how to live your life. It's kind of how I did my job. And if there's a lesson in it for somebody, great. And hopefully there's some entertaining stories.
But you got a lot of lessons. You got a lot of entertaining stories. And you dedicate a few special pages to, like, people along the way. Page 199 is dedicated to your 199th pick in 2000 drafts, Tom Brady. And you say you share a story about something that you heard him say or he said earlier that you've never shared before. What was that?
Which one?
The one about in the hallway would have scored 40.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Look, after every game, Tom always was, you know, we left a lot of points on the field. We can be better. We might win by 30, and it'd be like, you know, we could have won by another 20. You know, I missed this pass. We missed that play. You know, he's always striving for perfection. And think about Tom, you think about improvement, that's really what football's about. You play once a week. You got 6 days to prepare, 6 days to improve and get ready for the game. You know, Tom Brady was a fourth-string quarterback. I mean, who has a fourth-string quarterback and ended up being the greatest player, you know, of all time? And so that's a lot of work, that's a lot of dedication, and that's a lot of commitment and discipline. So, you know, he's really the poster boy for improvement and consistency.
And the GOAT. I mean, what he did and what you two did together has been unmatched and probably would not be matched by anyone. And the fact that he's in the hallway going, I would have scored 40, you know, but not sharing it publicly. That's how his private confidence that he had in himself. And you had a lot of career-defining moments, 6 Super Bowl victories as a head coach. But you say in the book there's no such thing as the big game. I'm trying to understand that one. There's no such thing as a big game. What do you mean by that?
Well, we played in our stadium and practiced in our stadium, right? Everything was done in the stadium. So every time we walked into the building, it was the same every day. Do your job, work hard, pay attention to details, and put the team first. And it didn't matter whether it was OTAs in the spring or whether it was the AFC Championship game. Our message and our job was the same every day. Make the most out of every day. You know, work hard, be attentive, put the team first, and most importantly, do your job and do it well. And so we never felt like, oh, the moment's too big for us. We haven't been here before. A lot of the things we did in practice were harder in the game. You know, like spraying the balls with silicone to make them harder to handle, and turning up the noise so that you couldn't hear anything, and putting 30 seconds on a 40-second clock instead of 40 so the offense had to operate quicker. We tried to make it a little bit harder in practice than it was in the game. And so when we talked about the big games, a lot of times those moments, hopefully we'd already experienced, or something even a little more difficult. The silicone balls, they hated those.
Well, I can see right now, that was a secret. I wish I'd known that secret a long time ago. But it's evident that you love coaching, and you're a leader. And you always say that a leader doesn't know what, you don't say what you need to say, you say what your team needs to hear. So for somebody in their personal life or their professional life, how does that work? How do they know what the team needs to hear?
Well, I'd say, you know, as a coach, when things are going well, you're getting a lot of praise. Everybody's just heaping the praise on. And I was really the voice to bring things down. It's like, well, we're not as good as everybody's saying we are. Here's all the things that we're not doing well. We need to do better. And vice versa, if things aren't going well, there's a lot of criticism. Everybody's upset. But, you know, actually, we're doing enough things good enough to win, or we're doing some things good enough to win, but not enough. And we got to get these other things up to where they need to be, and then we'll be okay. So I always try to be the balance on that. When things were bad, I try to be positive. When things were good, I had a way of trying to bring things down and say, look, don't believe the hype. We still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those interviews, Coach. You definitely knew how to bring it down sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. The University of North Carolina, you're now the new head coach. Your dad was the coach there. Your dad, Steve, 1953 to 1955. How did it feel for you to follow in your father's legacy?
It feels great. It really feels great. You know, I grew up around college football at the Naval Academy, and some of the great teams there, especially the 63 team, 60 team, great teams and great players there. You know, Staubach, Tom Lynch, you know, Pat Donnelly and those guys. And they were great leaders, great people, and great inspirations to me. And I learned a lot from watching them. And so I've always kind of tried to make my team look like those teams, the kind of teamwork, camaraderie, communication, toughness, and resilience that those guys had. And of course, those are the days where you had two-way players, so you only had half as much practice time. So the efficiency that the coaches had in practice to get a full practice in offense, defense, and the kicking game with the same guys was pretty good. So, I learned a lot there, and so it's great to be in college working with young kids.
Do you have to change your coaching style from pros to college?
Not too much, because they're so eager, they're hungry, they have dreams, they want to be good. I want to help make them good, and I want to help make them good on a good team. So it's really been exciting to work with these guys. Some of them don't have bad habits either, and you can start to mold some of them. Now, some of them don't have some of the good experience habits that a great player has, but it's great to work with them. They've been very enthusiastic, and we've made a lot of progress. Got a long way to go, of course.
Yeah, I mean, college kids are learning, but you've had a transformation since your coaching days with the Patriots. You've done some things I never thought I'd see you do before. You had gigs on TV. You're putting your personal life out on social media. Now you went back to college to coach. So what would the Patriots Bill Belichick say to the UNC Bill Belichick? What kind of advice would you have if you had any?
Again, for me, it's all about learning. I learn every day, and I've learned so much being back in the college environment, with whether it be recruiting, the college game, the rules, the hash marks, some strategy, and just putting a team together. But I've learned a lot. I learn every day. I've got a great staff. Michael Lombardi's done a great job for me in terms of bringing the personnel side of it together, and us having a shared vision, kind of like we had in the NFL. We have a coach, general manager model. And so that's been great as well, to work with him and to go through the process of reacclimating to a little bit of it. Football's still football, but there's certainly some differences, and it'll be interesting to see how the whole House settlement comes out with what the rules are exactly with roster size and compensation for the players, NIL, and all that, and trying to figure out how to maximize giving the players the the financial rewards they deserve. At the same time, maintaining the competitive balance on your team, like we had to do with salary cap in the NFL. Yeah, and I know that a lot has been made also in the professional life, but also of your personal life, because it's spilled over into your professional life in a lot of ways, and a lot has been made about your relationship with Jordan Hudson. It's been getting a lot of attention. She isn't here this morning, but what do you think about all the attention that your relationship has been getting? Yeah, well, she's been terrific, through the whole process, and she's been very helpful to me. She does the business things that don't relate to North Carolina that come up in my life, so I can concentrate on football, and that's really what I want to do. I acknowledged her in the book. She was very helpful on that with the tribute pages, and also giving a perspective of the book from kind of a business side. Sometimes I get a little football technical, and so she did a good job of keeping me on balance there. So what did Jordan mean to you? Well, we have a good personal relationship, and I'm not talking about personal relationships, Michael. You know that. Okay, I know that, Coach. But I'm saying, are you happy? Yeah. You look happy. Yeah. I never thought I'd see you doing yoga. Only happy people do yoga, Coach. Only happy people do yoga. Well, I know a lot's been made about all of this, and I just hope that the focus gets back on you and if you're happy, we're all happy for you. I appreciate it, Michael. And I wish you well at UNC. Good luck this year coaching, and the art of winning. You know a lot about that. And I appreciate you being here this morning. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate the opportunity. Thanks a lot. All right, Coach. The Art of Winning is available now. Make sure you go out and check it out.
All right, we are back now, and Sam is here with our play of the day. They call you Shankopotamus, right?
I have no idea. Sure. No, you guys got to stop, because even during the commercial break, Mike was like, there were a lot of aces on that. I'm like, yes, Michael, sure. It's the second major, and what is that, Shank? I don't know. It's the second major of the year. The PGA Championship has begun in Quail Hollow in beautiful South Charlotte, North Carolina. There have already been some incredible shots, and I want to show you this, including Justin Thomas, who takes off his shoe, gets down into some of that beautiful turf and beautiful water around gorgeous North Carolina, puts his foot in the water and makes that shot, chips it, is that right? Onto the green, is that right? And that's within putting range, right? How do you do that? George, we couldn't do. I probably could, because I've been in a lot of trouble. I know but it's not an easy shot to make. But it's Justin Thomas. I mean, guys won majors. He's great. All right, now take a look at this one. Eric Cole on the fourth hole of day one. This is beautiful. Take a look. Oh! Yeah, right
That's
there.
an ace.
See, that's an ace. That's when Michael said there's a lot of aces, and now we see that. A hole-in-one for the 16-year pro from Palm Springs, California. And how about some pure jaw-dropping distance? Check out Shane Lowry on the 4th hole. Everybody close up to the screen right here.
Get in the hole.
That is a 6-story building away from the actual place that the ball goes into, whatever that's called. The Irishman, is that called hooping a putt?
It's called a hole. It goes into the hole. It goes to the cup.
All right.
You know, I'll be at 68 feet. I've seen George do that regularly. That's like, you play golf with George, just like watching the Masters.
Yeah. Oh, George.
He's having so much fun making so much fun of me.
That's serious, George.
That's your play of the day.
Michael talks with another one of our favorite people, Stanley Tucci.
George, you know you're great at golf.
Yeah, right. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Tornado outbreak overnight. 11 twisters reported, tearing through 4 states. This morning, more than 70 million Americans in the storm zone right now. Ginger and our team tracking it all.
Breaking overnight, on strike. One of the largest train systems in the nation paralyzed, impacting more than 350,000 commuters. Medical breakthrough. Meet baby KJ. Diagnosed with a rare disorder at just 1 week old. Now he's the first child ever saved by a highly personalized genetic treatment. Dr. Narula breaks down how it works and how it has the potential to help countless others.
One-on-one with Stanley Tucci.
Whoa, that is delicious.
Speaking out about his health, his new show, and what he's saying about Nigel.
All right, everyone, gird your loin.
Plus, the Lion King casting a spell, how they channeled Lady Gaga.
And it's a magical morning. We're kicking off Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration with some people who make it the happiest place on earth. Plus, we have one Disney-sized surprise as we say,
Good morning, America.
Live from Times Square, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. We won't try to do that. But that was impressive. Will Reeve is with 9 Disney characters who are dressed to the nines for our celebration of 70 years of Disneyland. Hey, Will.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're having so much fun. I'm with some of your favorite characters, including Mickey and Minnie and all the rest outside of the Sleeping Beauty Castle. And coming up this hour, we're going to take you behind the scenes here at Disneyland. We introduce you to some of the people who make the magic happen for 70 years and way into the future. Can't wait to show you all that coming up.
We are very much looking forward to that, Will. We also have some magic here in Times Square, too. Take a look at our hidden camera. That is Principal Nikita Philpott of Bronx Prep Middle School. She's here, and her students, her biggest cheerleaders, but she doesn't know that her students are here to cheer her on this morning. I love it when we do these surprises. They're so real.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
We are looking forward to that. First look at the top stories breaking today. We start with the tornado outbreak overnight. 11 twisters reported in 4 states. The threat is not over. Ginger's tracking it all. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, George, more than 255 severe storm reports overall included those 11 reported tornadoes. Just stunning and textbook-looking tornado there in New Richmond, Wisconsin. They'll get out and do the survey today. The good news is only minor injuries from all of these reported so far, and no one killed. Juneau, Wisconsin, the roofs ripped. You can see the contents of those homes. Unfortunately, this morning we're already waking up in Kentucky, parts of southern Indiana, Illinois, and western Tennessee, northeastern Arkansas, and southeastern Missouri with severe thunderstorms. That watch goes for a little bit here yet. And then by this afternoon, we'll reinvigorate the atmosphere again. Southeastern Missouri, right through Kentucky. Cincinnati gets blasted. Louisville, Lexington, Paducah, close to Nashville, and St. Louis, all in a level 4 out of 5 for severe storms. We're talking about long track tornadoes. This is going to be even worse potentially today, Michael.
Boy, all right, Ginger, thank you for that. Now to the transit strike overnight that has paralyzed one of the largest train systems in the nation, impacting about 350,000 commuters. Let's go back to transportation correspondent Gio Benitez in Newark, New Jersey. Good morning again, Gio.
Hey, Michael, good morning again. Yeah, as you just said, this is a train system that hundreds of thousands of people use, and now this morning, it's at a standstill.
This morning, no deal. New Jersey train engineers on strike. 450 union members walking off the job at midnight, disrupting the third largest train system in the nation and the lives of more than 350,000 commuters.
It's a mess. But hopefully it ends soon and we can move forward from this.
I spoke with the VP of the union just moments ago.
You were in that negotiation meeting for 15 hours.
Correct.
What happened?
We thought we were very close to a deal. We were hoping to get this done. We knew they were going to try to do a press conference. It seemed like everybody was pushing. We gave them our last offer. We thought it was going to be one that they could be acceptable. After a few minutes, they came back in the room, thanked us for what we did, but said they're not talking anymore, and they got up and walked out.
It's time to pay the train crews.
It all comes down to pay. The union saying their members are the lowest paid of any major passenger railroad in the country. The strike suspending all New Jersey Transit rail service.
We're going to ask for your patience. And if you're able to work from home, we really would ask you to do that.
So what happens next? Well, we're told the next meeting doesn't happen until Sunday, so commuters won't be able to use this railroad for days, perhaps even longer, Rebecca.
Yeah, a lot of chaos in the meantime. Gio, thank you. We turn now to this year's Memorial Day sales. It's one of the biggest long weekend discounting events of the year, but with tariffs causing whiplash for retailers and consumers, Becky Worley joins us with what to expect on the sales. Hey, Becky.
Hey, Rebecca, and economic whiplash is right. Some retailers have stockpiled lots of inventory pre-tariffs. They may be thinking sale. Others have had to import during tariffs and are putting markups on products. Walmart just provided a good perspective in their earnings call on how retailers will handle tariffs, saying, "We will do our best to keep our prices as low as possible, but given the magnitude of the tariffs, even at the reduced levels announced this week, we are not able to absorb all of the pressure given the reality of narrow retail margins." And think about this, even with the current 90-day pause, reduction in tariffs, the effective overall tariff rate for Chinese products is still about 17.8%. It was 2.5% as recently as January. So, timing. Aside from things like food, tariffed merchandise won't probably come to market until later this summer. So this Memorial Day, think about the items you might need in the next 6 months that could be hit by these price increases. So whatever you are buying, it's a good idea to comparison shop, check historical prices, and ask yourself, do you really need to buy?
All right, Becky, thank you so much for that. And as we know, prices will be going up. Now to new attention on creatine. The supplement bodybuilders made famous is now all the rage after a new article in the Wall Street Journal says it could be key for improving your health and longevity, especially for women. Dr. Tara Narula is back now to break it down for us. And Doc, good morning to you. And
good morning.
What exactly is creatine and what role does it play in our bodies?
This is probably the most popular performance-enhancing supplement. It's been around since the 90s. It's $1 billion market, and as you said, it is all over social media. So it is a naturally occurring substance. We make it in our liver and kidneys. You need about 2 grams per day. We make a gram, and then we usually eat a gram. That typically comes from meat or fish. So if you eat a pound of meat, you're going to get a gram of creatine. And essentially what it is an energy supplement. It is replenishing, helping us to build ATP, which is kind of the cellular building block for energy in our muscles. 95% of it is stored in our muscles. We do find some of it in our brain. So it is very helpful for those short bursts of high intensity exercise. So football, sprinting, weightlifting. It has not been shown to be as effective for endurance athletics, but interestingly, professional associations like the NCAA, the IOC all allow creatine, and actually the International Society for Sports Nutrition says it is probably the most effective performance-enhancing supplement for high-intensity exercise.
Wow, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So you said we need 2 milligrams.
2 grams.
2 grams. Who should be taking it, though?
Great question. So we talked a lot about athletes, but there is some data to suggest that even seniors who are at risk of losing muscle may benefit from this. We also know that creatine has some benefits in terms of the research for cognition, preventing neurodegenerative diseases, and memory. We also think about women, although most of the research has been on men. And so when you think about safety, we always worry about that with supplements because they're not regulated by the FDA, but this does seem to be safe. The most common side effect is weight gain from water retention. But we typically say if you're going to buy it, look for one that is NSF certified, so third-party certified for safety and quality. In terms of how it works, you usually buy a powder like this one, and you would mix it into a drink like this. Typically, you would do either a loading dose of 20 grams per week, followed by a maintenance dose of about 2 to 5 grams per day. Other people just start with the 2 to 5 grams per day. You want to look for the micronized creatine because it dissolves better. Creatine monohydrate is the type. Typically do it with a room temperature liquid, not with a caffeinated beverage. And if you take it with some sort of carbohydrate or protein, it does seem to get absorbed better. If you're using it for the brain health, you may need higher levels. The data has shown more like 8 to 10 grams per day.
It sounds like it's hard to get enough naturally. You said a pound of meat.
If you're
for 1
vegetarian,
gram?
right? Like I'm almost mostly vegetarian, so I probably am creatine deficient. But yes, I think for people who don't eat a lot of meat or fish, you may run low for sure.
But don't overdo it either.
But don't overdo it.
All right.
Don't overdo anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Coming up on our GMA morning menu, meet baby KJ. Unbelievable story. He is diagnosed with a rare disorder just 1 week old. Now he's the first child ever saved by a highly personalized genetic treatment. Can help so many others as well.
Plus, also ahead, a return to TV and a reunion for Michael J. Fox. The details are coming up in Pop News.
Plus, my conversation with Stanley Tucci. Oh, he's so great in movies, and now he's great as a culinary travel guide in his new show, Tucci in Italy, where I asked him which of his movie characters he'd most like to share a meal with. Yeah, wait till you hear who he said. That is coming up. And Sam, you're hanging out with Tori Johnson. Hey, you two.
I am. Michael, can we travel with Stanley Tucci too? Can we all just go? Bring the glow, Tori. Bring the glow. I am ready for the glow.
You're telling
Look
me
at
you
this
already
stuff.
used number 7
I
here.
do use the 7, and I don't use anything.
And you are glowing. So
Look at this, and it's all for under $5. That's coming up right here on GMA. Bring the glow.
We are back with our GMA cover story, a major medical breakthrough. Stunning procedure that saved an infant named KJ offers hope for so many others. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Kenny Rule, is back. What a story this is.
This is incredible. When KJ was a week old, he was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder that affects just 1 in 1.3 million babies, often with a life-threatening outcome. Thanks to highly personalized genetic treatment, KJ and his doctors have blazed a new trail that could help so many. This morning, a groundbreaking gene editing therapy that's given 9-month-old KJ Muldoon a second shot at life.
It's all been a miracle. That's the only way to describe it.
Just days after he was born, KJ was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder called CPS1 deficiency, which causes ammonia to build up in the blood and can lead to brain injury.
Unfortunately, about 50% of babies pass away from this disease in the first week of life.
The standard of care for the disorder is a liver transplant, but KJ's doctors at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia had another idea. They could try to correct the error in his DNA that was causing his disease.
I had this profound feeling that this is going to be the thing that helps, change his life.
KJ's doctors, working in collaboration with researchers and clinicians to create a personalized treatment for him using what's called CRISPR, or base editor technology, the first time it's ever been used in a child.
And when these particles are put into the bloodstream and the liver cells take up these particles, and now they have the instructions to make the base editor. And once they've made that base editor inside the cells, it knows where to go and it fixes it.
KJ received his first infusion in February, just over 6 months after his diagnosis.
By the next day, he was up laughing, looking around, playing with his toys like nothing ever happened.
KJ's doctors say he has been successfully treated after 3 infusions of the therapy, hitting his milestones, growing and thriving.
We were huge Eagles fans, and the day he was born, I ordered a Jalen Hurts jersey, and I just didn't know if he was ever going to wear it. Just to see him do these things that we never thought maybe were possible have been inspiring.
Estimates show there are more than 7,000 rare diseases affecting 30 million people in the U.S. A similar approach with technology like this could treat hundreds of thousands of genetic diseases like sickle cell, cystic fibrosis, Huntington's disease, and muscular dystrophy.
There's just so much potential here.
There is. I mean, there are moments in medicine as a doctor where you sit back and you say, this is a turning point. This is really miraculous. We are headed in a new direction. To be able to create precision, tailored, Dr. Musanuro called it bespoke medicine, medicine that can be made so quickly at a low cost that drug companies will want to do this. I mean, this is incredible to be at this point. You know, the doctors and scientists who worked on this said that they really believe that this is the most significant thing they've ever done. And I think, you know, as a physician, the greatest thing is this changed the conversation from doctors walking into a room of this family and saying, would you like to make your child comfort measures, end of life care, to now being able to give this family and this baby hope and a new life. I mean, it is just life changing.
When this started, we all went, what? I mean, it's really amazing what medical field and what they discovered and what they're doing to help save lives.
It is.
And I want to help little KJ too, and I'm going to give him a Giants jersey. That is really parents.
And the good news is he's going to grow into it.
You better get a big size for him. Yes.
The moment we've been waiting for. It's time for Pop News with Sam Champion.
This is all so very exciting. Thank you, Michael. Let's begin this morning by heading back to the future, and the future is now. Five-time Emmy Award winner Michael J. Fox is returning to television. Deadline reporting that Fox will join the cast of Shrinking for their upcoming third season. Now, this is going to be Fox's first acting role since 2020, a guest spot on The Good Fight. And if you remember Spin City, he's reuniting with Bill Lawrence from that show. Now, fans are already speculating that Fox's role could have something to do with Harrison Ford's character, who received a Parkinson's diagnosis in season 1 of the show. And of course, Michael J. Fox has been battling Parkinson's for decades now. Fox joins season 3 cast. Jeff Daniels is also on board to play Jimmy's dad. Shrinking season 3 is in production right now.
It's going to be great.
That's great.
Yeah. It's so good to see him on TV.
Amazing.
He's just part of history. And now when you hear Christopher Nolan, if you're a movie fan, what comes to mind? Huge, epic movies, right? He's behind Oppenheimer, Inception, Interstellar, and don't forget the Dark Knight trilogy. Now you know where we're going. Everything he does is bigger and better, and he's now out to make film history with, get this, an upcoming epic, The Odyssey. Now, I had to read it in AP English. George, you probably read it for fun. Homer's Odyssey. The word epic may have been created about Homer's Odyssey. It's an A-list cast. Matt Damon will play Greek hero Odysseus. Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron. There's more. These are already on board. And now we know it's going to be a real cinematic experience because the Oscar-winning director is doing something that has never been done before. He's filming that entire movie, not just select sequences, the entire movie on IMAX film cameras. The Odyssey is currently in production and is set to hit theaters July 17th, 2026. It's an epic story and it deserves epic proportions.
Every single time, yeah.
Can't wait.
You could
I
probably
did
quote.
enjoy it.
I know you did. I know you did. I just want the tight shot. All right, finally, it's time for some choreography. But let's head to Broadway and let the professionals handle the dancing, shall we? The cast of Lion King is on the Abracadabra Challenge. And Lady Gaga's song. Take a look. Wait, I wish we had time because I would show you this. This is unbelievable, but it's on social media so you can find it. They nailed it. It's the Complete the Circle of Life, America. It is your turn on whatever social media you do to do your Abracadabra Challenge. That's all I can do. It's very physical. All right.
Very physical.
And that's Pop
Sam
News.
Champion.
That's it. That's all.
News.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Sam. And I'm going to head over to Tori Johnson now with Deals and Steals. It is our 4th day. Products here. They're all under $20. And we're doing the beauty bonanza for day number 4. Tori,
Exactly.
It's so good to see you.
Good to see you. We're starting with, one of my favorites, your
Total
favorite. This is Lawless, their best-selling line, Forget the Filler. You get the plumping effect without the sting, and that's super glossy. I'm wearing a juicy watermelon, which it smells really good, tastes really good, and it's got that glossy, fabulous look. I also happen to love their cream blushes. Really great, I say, for mature skin because it doesn't crease. It just goes on so beautiful. This gumdrop's amazing, but the entire line is fabulous. Everything's 50% off, and it starts at $10.50.
Love it. The lip products, definitely a constant in my routine.
This is a Sam Champion favorite, number 7. For the Future Renew collection, very specifically, because it helps to erase visible signs of aging skin in as little as 4 weeks. We also have their brand new Derm Solutions, which is this green collection right here. And what's fabulous about this is that they have options for oily skin or dry skin. So you choose based on your skin type, and it's going to rebalance, smooth, and hydrate also in as little as 4 weeks. That's their promise. We've got a huge assortment. This is kind of a mini assortment. You'll find it all online. All 50% off, starts at $9, and free shipping from number 7. Okay, True Skin. They have a vitamin C serum that has 140,000 glowing reviews. I have yet to find that for any product. It's brightening. It gives you that beautiful glow. It's also going to help to smooth the appearance of those fine lines and wrinkles. We love that. The whole line's great, including the serum with SPF right here.
Excellent.
It's an easy way to get your SPF. All slash and have starts at $12.50 and free shipping from True Skin as well. All right, this is a fabulous one, Goshi. This is an exfoliating towel, so you can get to your back. Sam's oohing and eyeing this one. So it's really great for both exfoliating as well as cleansing. It's their unique material, so it can replace your loofahs, brushes. This is the only thing you need. And they also make a sponge version, so if you like to have a little handheld version, that's great.
Hangs up really nicely too.
2-pack, 50% off today. I love it.
Can't beat that.
Okay, Barco. This is fabulous. This is the whole small batch made in St. Louis. We've got all of their great Bath & Body products that have oatmeal, shea butter. That's a really nice grapefruit lotion. This is the mineral bath salts right here are both relieving, soothing. The sugar scrub is fabulous. So if you want to just hydrate and relax, this is the line for you because it's got good ingredients, but it's also soothing. Forget those aches. It just wipes away. All half price. These start at $7.
It smells so good.
That one smells really good. We couldn't tell if we liked grapefruit or honeysuckle. There's a debate in the studio.
All right.
Spanish lime too. And then the original makeup eraser, you know this, love this, easy eco swap. Instead of the disposable makeup removers, you can use these. Plus, I have yet to find a disposable makeup wipe that looks as cute as these. They are washable, reusable, and they bring a little brightness into your
routine. Yes.
All 50% off and free shipping starting at $5.
You're bringing it all week long, Tori. Thank you so much. We partner with all these companies on these deals. You can go to our website, and Tori's back tomorrow on Saturday GMA. Coming up, Michael's One-on-One with Stanley Tucci.
Good morning, America.
That is the one and only Stanley Tucci, who's gearing up to show us all around Italy in his new series, Tucci in Italy. Because, as Stanley says, the best way to understand a country is through its food. Yep, and I sat down with the Oscar, Grammy, and Tony nominee. The best way to understand Stanley is through his love of Italy.
All right, everyone, gird your loins.
For decades, actor Stanley Tucci has brought iconic characters to life on the big screen.
I could never become Pope in these circumstances. A stolen document, the smearing of a brother cardinal. I'd be the Richard Nixon of popes.
And on the small screen, he shares his love of everything Italy. On social media,
I decided to make like a quick bolognese.
And now in his new National Geographic docuseries, Tucci in Italy.
Whoa, that is delicious. Oh man, oh stomach. Wow, now I'm more hungry.
Me too.
Italy's such a famous place, and so many well-known landmarks. Why don't you kind of go off the beaten path?
Well, because people know the landmarks, you know what I mean? When you go to a country, you go to a city and you're like, okay, where do I eat? And I always think you go, like, where do the locals go? Like, where does the plumber go to eat? Where I think particularly in Italy, you're going to get the best food where the working men and women go and eat.
And they all look very happy, the working men and women, so they're eating some good stuff.
Exactly.
Nice, you smell that?
You recently spoke about some of the challenges that you've had. You developed thyroid issues from throat cancer that you had 7 years ago. What made you want to speak more about that?
Well, I just think it's a part of my life. I mean, when we were filming this show, I just kept, by 1 o'clock, I'd be like, I'm so tired, and I'd have to keep going and taking naps, and I was like, something's really wrong with me.
And you didn't know what it was at the time?
No, but I knew something was wrong. And I went to the doctor, he's like, your thyroid's just like, it's over. So he said, just take this pill, and 2 days later, fine.
2 days later?
Yeah, like literally within 2 days, I started to feel better.
And then when we spoke last time, it was 2022, you had difficulty swallowing and even eating certain foods, which seemed to be tough on the show where you got to eat a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
Has that changed? Has that improved?
It's improved to a certain extent. But still, there are things that I have difficulty eating. So I'll eat more slowly, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But there are certain things I still can't eat.
Over 4 decades in Hollywood, but a lot of people know you more in some ways for your love of food, your love of travel.
I know it eclipsed
How is that
a career of 40
That's
years.
like a career pivot. How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels exciting because I love food and I want to share food with people, not just literally share with them, but, you know, via Instagram, via the show, via whatever. And I think it's a really wonderful thing.
If we were going to sit down, and I was like, Stanley, I am so hungry right now. I want something really good. What are you going to feed?
Lasagna bolognese.
I'm not going to be mad at you with that one. Hey, speaking my language.
Lasagna bolognese typifies Italy in a way, in one dish. It has pasta, it has meat, and it's all fresh ingredients. And it also, the colors are the colors of the Italian flag. The pasta and the bechamel are white, the tomato is red, and you also have green in there because you're making it with a spinach pasta too. So you're layering 2 different kinds of pasta. Does this sound good?
I'm just getting hungry. You described it, and my stomach's going, I have to eat before I come talk to you next time.
Yeah, you should.
I really should.
Yeah.
I can't come here on an empty stomach.
No.
It's like going to a grocery store.
Next time we should just do it. We'll just go to a restaurant and let's not pretend that we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We'll just do it.
I'm with you.
It'll be like a 4-hour sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pay GMA. Okay, I'll pay for it. Of all the characters you've played, which one would you like to go to dinner with?
I would like to go to dinner with Nigel from The Devil Wears Prada.
Darling, shall we? We have to get to the beauty department, and God knows how long that's going to take.
Why?
He's funny and slightly mean.
You brought up Nigel.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
Is there any news on a sequel, maybe? You can tell us?
I can't answer that question yet. All I can say is, if it happens, that would be great.
That means yes.
That's all I can say.
Read between the lines. Read between the space in my teeth. That means yes. Stanley, you're the best.
Oh, thank you.
Always
you
love
too.
it, man. Always
no,
have
it's
a
so
good
nice
time
to
with
talk to you.
Honestly, one of my favorite people. It's like you're sitting down talking to an old friend. And Tucci in Italy, it premieres this Sunday at 8, 7 Central on National Geographic and streams the next day on Disney Plus and Hulu.
It is time now to celebrate Disneyland's 70th anniversary. Starts this morning. Will Reeve is on the scene. Hey, Will.
Hey there, good morning, George. Once you've been to Disneyland, it's hard to remember life before Disneyland. It's hard for anyone to remember life before Disneyland because it's been around for 70 years. And today we are kicking off Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebrations by shining a light on some cast members who have been around here helping to make the magic for millions for basically as long as anyone can remember.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
For 7 decades, Disneyland Resort has welcomed people of all ages and from all over the globe to experience everything the park has to offer. And this morning, Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration kicks off with the all-new World of Color Happiness show at California Adventure Park, hosted by Inside Out's Joy and her fellow emotions.
And when we all shine together like that, what a rainbow.
And the return of the Paint the Night Parade at Disneyland Park, lighting up Main Street USA with more than 1 million LED lights. The 70 years of happiness that have unfolded here, thanks in part to Disneyland's incredible cast members, like firefighter Hank Amin.
I always say, a smile will bring a smile. Hi.
At 92 years young, Hank holds the title as the current longest-standing employee of the Walt Disney Company, celebrating 62 years of service last fall.
When somebody tells me that I've been here that long, I just have to pinch myself. I says, really?
Hank first made his magic as a skipper on the Jungle Cruise.
How you doing? Guests would applaud after we get to the dock. And I said, well, I must have done a pretty good job.
He went on to join the Disneyland Fire Department in 1959 and even recalls meeting Walt Disney.
He asked me how I liked working here, what could we do to make a difference, and what a beautiful memory that was. I thank my lucky stars, and I was blessed.
For the Lugo family, Disney is part of their DNA. 6 members of the family all work here at the Disneyland Resort, a legacy that started 19 years ago with chef Juan Lugo Nunez.
When I first came from Mexico, I said one day I'm gonna like to work here, and then 19 years later, I'm still here.
The executive chef at California Adventures says he hopes his food tells a story with every bite.
We're at Disney. This is special. So we make people happy, and then I do that through food.
And now his sons have joined the Disney family too. Marvin is an order cook, and Juan Jr., a public relations associate.
One of my favorite things to do with my dad is make him go on rides. Love making him go on the Incredicoaster. I love having him go out of his comfort zone.
The Lugo family and fireman Hank, just a handful of the many thousands bringing magic to life at Disneyland for the past 70 years and into the future.
We're just getting started.
It is remarkable to see the longevity and the legacy of those folks that you just met, helping to make memories for so many people, making that magic at Disneyland. 70 years, and that is what we are celebrating here today. And I recommend coming down here, especially if you're hungry, because there are 70 new snacks on the menu to commemorate 70 years, including this commemorative popcorn bucket that lights up and also has like a sport mode that goes around your neck. We got Mickey and Minnie, all the cast and characters that you love. We're so excited to be celebrating the 70th anniversary. What do you guys all think?
I'm totally into the popcorn.
As a mom, I can see a lot of good uses. Like your hands are going to be full, so kids dig in.
It's like, oh man, bring me one of those back, Will.
Thanks to Will for that. And coming up, we have a surprise for a very special middle school principal.
We are back now with GMA Celebrates Educators. So many remarkable teachers out there, and Sam is with a very special one right now. Hey, Sam.
We're getting to know each other right now. Nikita, thank you for. We were just talking a little bit about how hard it is to be a teacher and a principal. We're joined by Principal Nikita Philpott from Bronx Prep Middle School. Now, earlier we talked about, and just now we were talking about featuring you with other educators and kind of highlighting educators. Well, I kind of lied. We're actually here to shine a spotlight on you. We're going to talk about how truly inspiring you are as a principal, a basketball coach. I know I lied to you even at the very last minute. I apologize.
Sam, you tricked me. You tricked me.
All right, let's show America, and if you could watch right here with us, the profound impact you've had on your students. Walking through the halls of Bronx Preparatory Middle School, Principal Nikita Philpott's devotion to her faculty and her students is always on full display.
We know that one side agreed, one side disagreed.
She became like a mentor to me. Anytime that I needed anything, I always, spoke to her. She taught me about finesse, how to be professional and things like that.
Working her way up to principal as an English language arts teacher, many of her students affectionately refer to her as Coach.
In front of you. There we go. Tap, 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 tap. Now speed. Come on, go.
Because Philpott currently leads the girls' JV and varsity basketball teams and an amateur athletic union program as well.
My whole life has changed because of her. The way I talk, the way I hold myself high, the way I think of myself is all really because of her, because she's really been there.
She's a person that will sit here and encourage you to do things that you feel like you can't do. Even love you as like who you are, especially as she's a basketball coach. She will tell you to be yourself on the court. Just, express yourself.
She's dedicated, she's committed, very, very passionate. She definitely does a great job of pouring into not only myself, but all the staff here.
Everything that she does is about taking her coaching skills and putting it into education and just meshing it together. That's who she is as a person.
Here's a true inspiration on and off the court.
She's always was compassionate, had compassion for learning and helping others.
I love you so much. Thank you for being my coach, my mentor, my principal.
Keep doing what you're doing and to never stop.
Each and every day I show up, we show up, and we put our best foot forward. And I want to thank you.
You always provided and you gave back, so thank you for impacting our lives.
There is nothing else that I can say that can really explain how much you have meant to me over the years. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for being that coach.
What you do, lady, matters, Madam Principal. It does, and you can see it in those people. So how does it feel? Thank you, by the way, for being here, and I apologize for not exactly telling you the truth on getting here. But how does it feel to have, I mean, to watch a video like that? Because you work so hard, but to know that your colleagues and your students feel it, what you put in.
Man, that's amazing. That is the goal every day, is to ensure that I'm showing up better than yesterday. And I want to always make sure that I'm leaving an impact on the scholars, on the team, so that they can continue to leave impacts on others, because it's important that we continue to pay it forward so that everyone can grow and be their best self.
When you show people that you can make a difference, they know they can make a difference. It's so amazing that you have that courage. We couldn't celebrate without them. So come on out. I mean, we do have some students here, and I told you again that they were from another school, but they're actually from your school. Come on out, everybody. Come on out. Come on, surround us. Welcome in. Welcome in. Nice to guys? You guys did great. Some of you were in the video even, right? Good morning. How are you? Good morning. How are you? All right, so now everybody's in place. So tell us what you've learned from your students. I mean, I know there's a different group, you know, that comes in and out every few years. So what have you learned?
Empathy. I would say empathy, because when you're thinking about the experience of children, it's different for them every day, and what we went through in our experience as children, it changes, it evolves, right? So it's important for me to make sure that I'm always considering what they're going through and always attempting to walk in their shoes so that I can be responsive to their needs. And so I think empathy is the greatest thing that I've learned. It's essential to their growth.
All right, we're glad you guys are all here, and you're all on camera right now too. So now we have a special surprise for you and the school. BJ's Wholesale Club was so inspired by your story that they're giving your school a $10,000 check. So open the wall. Here it comes out. Thank you. That's a check for you to spend. Look, we know that it takes a lot to impress young minds and get folks working. So the coach of 4 different, and you said 5 now, girls and boys basketball teams, we want to recognize your generosity, because I know, because we talked to enough teachers, a lot of this comes out of your all's pockets. You have to fund it because we're cutting funding everywhere, right? So let's do it. Ginger is going to help out with this one. Skechers, our friends at Skechers, have the kids on your team will get a brand new pair of sneakers. GZ, good job.
Gorgeous,
very good job,
right? You're ready to run.
All right. Did we do okay with the colors? Is any of that acceptable? Look, I know how hard it is on young minds as well. Good job, everybody. All right, that's not all. We have one more surprise just for you. We are celebrating the 70th anniversary. It was a segment that we did just before you came out of Disneyland and the park. I don't know if you saw it on the air or not, that whole thing where Will was out there. We're giving you a free vacation for your Disneyland, for your family at Disneyland in Anaheim. That's 4 people we're giving you a vacation for to go. Ginger's got that as well. I'm so sorry to do this to you, but I'm actually very happy to do it for you. GZ, we love doing these little moments with you.
And you probably don't even, it's a lot to sink in, isn't it?
Yes.
You are going to have the best time, and you deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Well, no one's been at the parks more than we have, so I will tell you it's a really good time. All right, so congratulations, everybody. When you are a part of a moment like this, and we've kind of tricked you to get here, how does it feel?
It feels amazing. It feels like I am now in a space where I can prove to these young people behind them that hard work pays off. And as long as you stay dedicated and committed to the things that you are passionate about, it will always work out in your favor. So you guys see it now. Keep going.
You do see it now. And is it a voice inside you, or did someone teach you this?
So I was raised by a very strong woman. Her name was Helen Wheeler. She was my grandmother, and she pretty much made sure that I always knew to be kind, compassionate, but to be determined. And so every time that I speak to a child and there's this new event that they're going through, I find things coming out from my brain and my mouth that I didn't plan. So it absolutely came from my granny, and so I think that's that internal voice. Thank you for spending a minute with us this morning. Congratulations again, everybody, and congratulations, Madam. Thank you. You did great work.
We were all trying to remember when we'd been called to the principal's office. What a wonderful surprise it was. Nikita Philpott, we really appreciate you, the students, the other teachers. We're keeping an eye on you, GMA.
Yes, we do. And a big thanks to our team, including Will Reeve, Mickey, Minnie, and all the characters and fans for kicking off our Disney 70th anniversary celebration.
Thank you so much for watching.